Hey there, house hunters. It's Donnie Core with the integrity team at RE/MAX and ColoradoForeclosureDeals.com. Well, today we're bringing you a doozy. This house is a property located at 123 North Hancock. It's actually got two properties on this property. One house you see behind me here, and then a second property off to the back, which is just a garage, but it has some living space above the garage as well. What a great value for this property. As always, for the pricing and more details and more pictures, please click on the link attached to the video. Register online there. We'll give you instant updates of properties right as they hit the market. Let's get back to 123 North Hancock. Give you an idea of the location here. That's the Colorado Springs School for the deaf and blind right over there. There's a park there next to it here. So north end of old downtown Colorado Springs, wonderful neighborhood, easy access to downtown. This is a very up and coming area. As the Springs expands, a lot of people are looking to move into the downtown area. This house certainly needs a ton of work, but let's take a look at it, see what you can imagine doing with this property. Looks like somebody was halfway through a remodel, so we got some work done already, but obviously it's got a ways to go. You're going to see that here in just a bit. Here we go. As we walk into Hancock, I'm not exactly sure, but this is probably an addition that was added onto the property at some point. So it's got tile floors here, and then these curtains, if you will, covering the entryways. Not exactly clear why they did that, but here it is. Now, we're inside the Hancock property. You can see here it's been torn down to the studs in most places. So you got drywall, but one really interesting feature is how high the ceilings are. Just take a look up here, right? All the way up to the rafters here, and this is the first of 2 stories. We're gonna go upstairs here in just a little bit. It's got a wood burning stove here, and again, no kidding, it needs some work. You're pretty much starting over. Doesn't have a kitchen, doesn't have a lot of features. You're gonna have to kind of rebuild it. But at this price, when you get done with the total square footage of this, you've got homes in the neighborhood going for upwards of $600,000 or $700,000. So to give you an idea, if this were fully spec'd out with a great deal of work, you're picking up a ton of equity on this thing, but you are gonna spend quite a bit of money getting it finished. So this lends itself to an FHA 203K loan, or if you're a cash buyer who can afford to do the 50 to 100 grand worth of work this property needs to get it in tip-top shape, this is an excellent deal when you're all said and done. Here we are, where will probably be the living room space. Pretty good sized living room here. And we just left the kitchen area. All the plumbing for the kitchen's over there. The sink and some of the appliances are here now. But again, you're kind of rebuilding this thing from the square up. I was just in Denver a couple days ago, and I can tell you that up there, you're seeing a lot of this, where they're doing basic re-gut on the inside of turn-of-the-century homes like this. This market is going to take off, but you got to be capitalized to do it. So if you're the type who can see the beauty and charm in this property and have the money to put it together, you definitely want to take a look at the property at 123 North Hancock. Let's head on upstairs here. And we're heading upstairs to the bedrooms and bathrooms. As we get up here, as you can see, you got a landing area here. Looks like they plumbed this in for, like a kitchenette, if you will, or perhaps, it might put the bathroom here. That would be a little strange, but definitely a sink set up here. So maybe this is a duplex, or it's being set up for that. Big bedroom here. Pretty good size. I've been using baseboard heat, very common for this era. A couple of the windows have been replaced, a couple more still need to be replaced. But this is probably your master bedroom. Will be a good size, all said and done. We find ourselves in the actual master bath, if you will. And again, this project is kind of halfway through. I know it seems down to the bones here, but if you're a builder, somebody's got the skill set to put this together, there's a ton of opportunity in this property. Here's the bathroom. So the plumbing's here, right? The bones are here. Little restructuring of the floor plan, and definitely a great deal of work. But if you're willing to make the investment, I think there's an opportunity here in a part of town that's doing very well and is slated to do a lot better in the coming years. Stand-up shower and bedroom number 2. Also a good size. Had its own bathroom off to the side here. A little sink there. Bench seating there behind us. On the way halfway through, and really that's about it for rooms up here. 2 bedrooms and your lower level area. So that's the house inside. Now, on the way down, the MLS listing notes some structural issues. We're going to show you those, because that can be a very costly thing. We talk about on foreclosures that you got to know what you're getting into. It's not a straight necessarily, but you got to have a budget of several, $10,000, $20,000 perhaps, to make sure if a house has structural problems that you got the money to fix it. So right here along this wall, you can see that some of the structure is pulling away, not uncommon for a house of this era. but it is something to take into consideration. So keep that in mind when you're purchasing this property. You got to know what you're doing and make sure you got enough capital to do it. Again, with the comps in the area, they got this thing priced where it's still a pretty good deal, but we don't want to kid you about the amount of work that's going to go involved. So this is not for the faint of heart, not for somebody doing their first time flip or anything like that, but rather somebody with a lot of experience in construction, a background in doing stuff like that. Financing is available, but it's harder to come by on a house that needs this much work. So you got to be prepared for that. Let's continue to the second structure on the property. We are walking along the side here. This is kind of a dirt road attaching to the back of Hancock. There's some tire tracks here, so clearly this is where they were parking the cars. But this is sort of a 3-car garage that we're heading over to. So big lot, very long, heads back into an alleyway. Tons of space here, and that's why they had room for a second structure. When houses are sitting for a while, people often opt to use the added land, if they're not using it for something else, put in a garage, a second house. What a great place for some rental income, store some cars, maybe a small business that you want to operate out of your home. This could be perfect for it, and this has the space to do it. So, pretty big 3-car garage here, right? Lots of room for cars, lots of options as well that you can take advantage of. The real nice part of the house, though, is upstairs, so come along. As we're heading upstairs, there's a chair lift here, so somebody was occupying the property. We have a deck, nicely locked down, so we can't open that. But there's a deck out to the front of it, so we can't see that right now. Living space here, very dated carpeting, lots of drywall work up here, but actually less work on the guest house area, if you will, than the primary house. So maybe you can stay in the guest house while you're fixing up the primaries. That's a possibility. We continue here into the bathroom. Listen, extensive remodeling has gone to this property at some point, but it needs it again. It's very dated. There's some parts that just need to be updated. If there wasn't a ton of equity in this, there wouldn't be a good deal. But the way the Springs market is going, these older homes with character are really taking off right now. Not a lot of really old stuff here available. So when we find something like this, you really have to strike on the opportunity while it's here. Here's one of the bedrooms up here. Good size. The windows are fine. Weird use of the flooring, but we can fix that. It's got its own kitchen. Right? So this is kind of a 1-bedroom, call it loft apartment. And in an era of Airbnb, where you could get a couple $100 a night, this thing could pay for itself if you got the right mortgage on it in no time at all. You want to take advantage of the fractional ownership opportunities here in real estate today. People are coming into town, and although we're not a resort community like Aspen or Breckenridge, a lot of people are coming here, staying for longer periods of time, and instead of renting a hotel at $150, $200 a night, they're finding an Airbnb rental to stay in. This could be a source of income for you for years to come. You simply renovate this property, deck it out. It's going to take a bit of an investment, but you're gaining equity, gaining potential income, and like you said, if you have a home business, something to that effect, you might use the garage space for that as well. So we're going to take you to what's left of the backyard on Hancock, and we're going to wrap this thing up. But you've pretty much seen the house. 1 bedroom in here, 2 bedrooms back in the main house, couple of bathrooms. This is a very nice layout. It just needs a ton of work to remodel it, get it back into shape. So we can help you with that. We have contractors. We have financing available for those who don't have the cash to do it. There's lots of possibilities on how to skin this cat. But again, opportunities like this don't come along very often. When they do, you got to be in a good place to take advantage of it. Let's head on. Well, we'll just wrap up out here, shall we? Here's the alleyway on the back of Hancock, so you can get a feel for the lot. And we'll finish up with this. We're at 123 North Hancock, fundamentally a 3-bedroom home. As you just saw, needs a ton of work, but if that doesn't frighten you off, get involved. This is a great opportunity. Give us a call at the number on the screen here, or click on the link for more pictures, more information. You can get set up for financing or schedule a showing with our team as soon as this weekend. Come on out, take a look at this property, see if you can handle the work that it needs, and build some equity for yourself. Opportunities are out there, but you got to be shopping, and when they turn up, you got to have the right team of foreclosure buyers and finders like ourselves help you get a great deal here in the Colorado Springs market. With that, this is Donnie Coram with ColoradoForeclosureDeals.com and the integrity team at RE/MAX Real Estate Group. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are the future of real estate.